So, you started playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, did you? Well, get ready to embark on a magical quest and say goodbye to your worries, friends, jobs, relationship, responsibilities, and family. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can control yourself, right? Right? Anyway, since I started experiencing the wonderful magic of Disney Dreamlight Valley... Uh-oh. Did we freeze again? I've been getting loads of questions regarding advice, tips, and tricks to make working through the game and quests more efficient, which is why I'm making this video. Senpai is a man of the people, and when you ask, I shall answer. Even if you're a veteran player, I've included some tips in this video that are not as commonly known, so make sure you watch until the very end. If you already know everything I share here, just leave a comment under the video that states, "I'm better than you, Senpai. You really ain't sh-." Alright, let's get into it, shall we? There's so many things we could start with. Who's Goofy singing to? How much does Scrooge pay in taxes? Will Maui ever stop flexing? Does Mommy Gothel want me to stay the night? All great questions, but let's start with this. What's your best advice for new players? The best advice I can offer any newcomer to this game is don't sell anything besides fruits and veggies. And do not convert your shards into Dreamlight. As you begin leveling up your villagers and working through quests, you'll quickly discover that everything, from gems to clay, will be required for many quests. Do your best to stockpile everything you find, especially iron. But Senpai, if I can't sell my stonies, how do I make any money, Zoo? I'm glad you asked, my friend. Let's get into that. One of the most common questions I get is, what the hell is wrong with Donald Duck? Sorry, but that's a whole separate video or possibly even Netflix series. Not gonna get into that today. Instead, we'll start with the second most commonly asked question. What's the best way to make money, aka star coins? The short answer is pumpkins. Lots and lots of pumpkins. Though that option is not available until the late game. In the early game, carrots are the highest yielding crop. So, rather than selling valuable gems that you'll need for future quests, make sure you start out with a modest carrot farm. Carrots are one of the 5 fastest growing crops in the game, maturing in only 15 minutes. Here's a fun fact about carrots that you may not know. Even though carrots are an early game crop, they actually yield the second highest star coins per minute. If you were to farm carrots non-stop and then pick them the second they matured, each carrot would net 2.26 star coins per minute. That figure is only surpassed by tomatoes, which boasts an impressive 2.32 star coins per minute. This leads us to our best mid-game crops, which are tomatoes and onions. Tomatoes are the best choice if you want to farm non-stop. They net a lower profit than onions, only 58 star coins, but grow 3 times faster, maturing in only 25 minutes. Onions, on the other hand, net an impressive profit of 120 star coins per harvest, but they take 75 minutes to mature. Choosing which crop is best for your playstyle does make a difference here. If you really do enjoy farming and could see yourself doing it for hours on end, then go with tomatoes. But if you're sane, like me, just plant a bunch of onions and pick them later or whenever you feel like it to yield a large profit. Now for the late game. Out of all the harvest in the game, nothing comes remotely close to the profit of pumpkins. Each pumpkin you harvest will net a profit of 389 star coins. Just 100 pumpkins is a whopping 38,900 coins. Now, some players like to take their pumpkin harvest and increase their earning potential by cooking them, most commonly into pumpkin puffs. However, I have done the math and it's not entirely necessary. If you were to take the same time that you spend cooking pumpkin puffs and plant even more pumpkins, you'd actually net an even larger profit than you would by cooking them. That said, cooking does have its benefits, like harvesting Dreamlight, and you can only add so much crop space, so do whatever works best for you and your playstyle. Just remember, always try to grow your crops in the biome in which they were purchased. As you unlock new biomes, you may wish to retire or erase a farm from a previous biome. One of the most time-consuming elements of farming is digging up and filling back-in plots. What if I told you that you would never have to manually fill in a plot again? By simply opening your editor and placing furniture, all of those pesky plots are erased. This technique can save you valuable time that can be put to use elsewhere. On the topic of magical quality of life hacks, let's talk about barricades. It'll take a while to upgrade your tools in most cases, and the only thing you'll find more infuriating than Goofy's unsolicited house visits are stumps, coral, and mushrooms blocking your every path. What if I told you there was a way to teleport right past those pesky barricades? Well, if you're feeling cheeky, just hop into the editor mode, grab that magical well, and place it on the other side of the obstruction. Open your map, teleport, and yeah, here we are. It probably shouldn't work this way, but it does. This trick can be quite handy when you're trying to farm things like iron or mushrooms. I hope you found today's video very helpful. In our next video, I'll be explaining how to level up your tools, as well as including some more helpful tips and tricks to assist you on your journey through the valley. Consider dropping a like if you found any of this information helpful, and think of me next time Goofy shows up in your living room. Stay safe out there. Senpai.